back to my channel, my bold and the beautiful fans. Yes, it's a terrific Thursday. We got one more day for the end of the week, but we also got a lot of drama going on in LA today for the January 11th episode. And yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. First, we see Thomas tell Steffy that Xander was right about one thing. He tells Finn to worry about his own family and not to concern himself with Hope. And Liam is smug when he hears Xander is back and is accusing Thomas for what happened with Emma. So, without further ado, let's talk about this drama in LA today. So we start off in Dr. Saberhope's office where it looked like there's obsession on his end as much as they talk about Thomas. Finn is still expressing his doubts about Thomas to Steffy in his office. Now, despite the police clearing Thomas, Finn still have unanswered questions and urges Steffy to talk to her brother once again. Now, Steffy is frustrated. She agrees to do so, emphasizing that the police were already satisfied with the investigation. Finn is not convinced and insists that Thomas may have left something out. Now, Steffy considers it a waste of time, but Finn believes Thomas could be hiding something. Now, she reiterates that her brother didn't harm Emma, and she leaves Finn's office. And you know what, Finn, just to let you know, he isn't hiding anything, because guess who knows everything? None other than his father, Ridge. So then Lee shows up in Finn's office, concerned about the way Steffy was looking frustrated when she left. She was like, "Were you guys arguing?" He said, "No, we weren't arguing, but we had a disagreement about her brother Thomas." And she, of course, was wondering what's going on. Finn says, "You do know Thomas and Hope are a couple." And she like, "Yeah, okay, and what that got to do with you?" He said that he is more concerned and want to protect Hope. And of course, Lee was like, "Well, wait a minute. You know your wife and Hope have a very, very tangent history when it comes to each other. I don't think you want to get in the middle of that." But Finn, he still want to push this thing, doubting Thomas. Speaking of Thomas and Hope, meanwhile, they're sharing a moment in the Forrester office, kissing and discussing their collaboration on a design. Now, Thomas appreciates Hope for seeing the good in him and helping him grow. He expresses his unwavering hope for the future, no pun intended. And he was like, "Look, I got to get back to work. I got to get this design ready so I can show it to you." She was like, "Well, how about you collaborate with me in my cabin?" That cabin has seen so much action if the walls could talk. Anyway, she said, "Come by later and then we can collaborate." So now after Hope leave, because of course Steffy agreed to talk to Thomas to put Finn's doubt to rest, she decided to have a conversation with her brother. She's reluctant, but she agrees to speak with him. She asked, "Look, I need you to tell me exactly what happened on Mulholland Road," informing him that Finn got questions due to Xander's accusations. Now, Thomas acknowledges that he was a person of interest, but reiterates that he did not harm Emma. And Steffy insists that the whole truth and nothing but the truth need to come out. Steffy, wait till you find out the other part of the truth, that your dad knew about this all along. Finally, we're at Hope's cabin as she prepares for a collaboration with Thomas. And I'm wondering, would this be a merger or a hostile takeover? Anyway, Liam barges in. Yeah, waffle boy, little puke Liam, without knocking. Of course, they don't lock doors on this show. And then this is when they discuss Xander's return and his accusations against Thomas. As Liam doubts Thomas' innocence, Hope defends him, asserting that he's changed.
This, but it's not exactly easy to blame Xander, right? I mean, Thomas is the guy who had us convinced our daughter was dead for month after month. I mean, it's not shocking that someone might also think he had something to do with Emma's death.
Okay, that is a pretty serious accusation to be throwing about. Well, Liam, Thomas was cleared. They dropped the investigation, okay? And that Thomas that you're talking about from back then, that's the old him.
Right, yeah, the two Thomases. I keep forgetting. The old one, the new one, the good one, the bad one. You forgive me if I have a little bit of trouble believing. What is that? Is that an engagement ring?
Liam, you really don't have too much to say. You are the waffle king outside of your ex-father-in-law. You've been back and forth between two women for over a decade. And the thing is, you will walk right out and get right with somebody else within the same day. So if you worried about that ring around her neck, at least she's taking some time to think about it outside of course, their collaboration. But the thing is, why are you concerning yourself? And you worried about somebody hurting her. What about all the hurt and pain that you caused? Oh yeah, she brought that to your attention. Little Puke is getting smug, insinuating that, yeah, she couldn't say yes. He warns her about the potential consequences of being with Thomas and implies that Thomas could be capable of what he's being accused of. Hope is still defending Thomas, stating that he's not responsible for Emma's situation. Liam doubts Thomas's character, bringing up that whole past Baby Beth incident. And the interesting thing is, he got the nerve to say this now. When we rewind back to 2021, you were the same one in prison, Thomas, to take care of your family, including Hope and Baby Beth and Kelly. Liam, also to add to that, I guess he forgot about the fact that it was Thomas Forrester who was the one that got him and Daddy Dollar Bill Spencer out of prison because of what Justin did. Yeah, he could have left you up in there, but he did the right thing. Remember, we had the whole brain bleed. He got past that. And this is where we are now, but I guess all of that history is erased. And not to mention being thrown off a cliff a couple of weeks after this situation. And we didn't forget about the vat of acid either, right? Right. Insist on moving past this dark chapter. And what did Liam do? Liam decides to tell her that, you know what, as long as you're with Thomas, this is always going to be over your head.
Hope. Given Thomas's past, don't you think anything is possible? He knew our little girl was alive. He wanted us to think she was dead, and he watched us suffer month after month. If he's capable of that, I think he's capable of anything, even murder.
Liam, I don't actually think he even put his hands on anybody on this show so far. I mean, unless it was to punch somebody that punched him first. Anyway, I've seen vats of acid, people pushed off of cliffs. We've even seen slaps. We've seen all types of things, but I mean, can he be manipulative? Of course, he has a past of being very manipulative. So he's more of a psychological type person. But laying hands on somebody like Sheila Carter, nah, that's not him. Okay, so there you have it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. I'm wondering what's going to happen when this information reach Ridge, because he's known all along since 2019 the full story of what happened on Mulholland. And the thing is that only he and Thomas know about that. Now, will Steffy feel a different way? I guess we have to see. And then this whole thing with Liam and what he had to say. My thing is about that is that it's only going to stay a conversation if they keep it a conversation. Nobody outside of Forrester even knows about this. Nobody. So the only people that would be talking about this, of course, is people inside that building, that family. So maybe if y'all shut up about it, maybe it will go away. Anyway, this was your recap for January 11th for The Bold and the Beautiful. If you haven't checked out the Young and the Restless recap for today, it's already uploaded. Make sure you go check it out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time there's a post. And until the next one, we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.